If you are anything like me, sometimes you have a hard time sticking to the goals that you set for yourself. I have been dying to do a few things in my life, including reading more and posting more on YouTube, and a few other things that I probably won't share with the internet. I'm a very creative person, so I always have all these ideas floating in my head and all the things that I want to do, and I have a very full life in real life, so sometimes it can be hard to prioritize actually working towards the goals. I decided for the month of April that I am going to write down very specific goals for myself in various categories of my life. So I took a few minutes, I opened up a note sheet on my phone, I created all the different categories, I wrote down a handful of things that I wanted to accomplish in each category during the month of April. After I made the list of things that I wanted to do, I decided I was going to create a whole video trying to accomplish these goals. So what you're about to see is me sporadically updating the camera as I was accomplishing these things, my thoughts along the way, and I hope that you'll enjoy this video. We're starting this video out in my husband's office because that is where my computer is, and I'm going to take you along in the month of April as I reset and get my life together. Something that I have been thinking about lately is that I am tired of my busy life getting in the way of these goals that I keep having running around all in my head. What I have done today is I sat down and created an April goals list, and this is different categories. It's got YouTube, reading, health, work, and marriage, and some of these things are personal and I won't share, but the point is that I needed to have a list of things that I can check off to see improvement in my life. Something that would motivate me to actually do the things I keep saying that I want to do. One of them being consistent with YouTube. So I have just sat down at the computer. I have 3 vlogs videoed that I have not edited because I haven't had time. And I need to also give myself some grace because my life has been really busy. We have had a lot of really hard things happening in our personal lives that I will never share on the internet. And there's a time and a place to take things slow and to not be able to work on the things that you want to work on. But now that I'm sort of on the other side of some of these things, I think that it would greatly benefit me to have tangible goals to work towards these things that I keep wanting to do. And I have always had the dream to be consistent with YouTube, and I feel like anytime I see someone saying that on YouTube, it sounds so cheesy, but I really want to do it for me. More so than just trying to grow a channel and a following and subscribers, like all of those kinds of numbers things I don't really care about as much. I just want to challenge myself to do something and actually do it, and to be happy with the work that I come out with on the end of it. So what we're doing today is actually editing my vlog from February, and when it goes up, you'll probably not know that it was a February vlog unless somehow I said it in the footage, and I don't think that I did. You're gonna see this video of April probably at the beginning of May, and so it won't matter to you, but I just want to take you along as I work on these goals, as I read more and find time for reading amidst a busy schedule, and as I work on personal things in my health and just in my personal life. So I hope that you are excited to come along with me. Hi guys, it has been a couple of weeks since my last update, but I wanted to give an update on this whole get my life together, get my crap together video. I have uploaded 2 YouTube videos. I was going to do one like every weekend, but last weekend was so busy I wasn't able to. I literally just finished editing and uploading the second video, which was the Richard Osman reading vlog, and I'm very proud of that one. I put a lot of effort into the editing. I did some extra things that I don't typically do in all my videos, and I'm very proud of it. And additionally, I have read 2 out of the 5 books that I have wanted to finish. I'm going to talk about them pretty briefly. The first one that I finished was Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. This was a wonderful mystery thriller. It's pretty unique because you're getting the perspective of the bad guy as well, and so it's kind of like a race against time because you're getting the guy who's trying to solve this mystery and prevent him from doing something super bad, and you're also getting the perspective of the bad guy and seeing what he's thinking and what he's doing. And so it's not necessarily a whodunit because you already know who does it, but it was so good. And of course, in classic Stephen King fashion, there are a couple weird things in there. Just go in there expecting it, but it kind of made the bad guy seem so much more of a bad guy, knowing these things about him that are just disgusting, to be honest with you. This is the first book in a trilogy, and I have ordered the second one and I cannot wait to read it. And I have a beach trip coming up in like 3 weeks, and I potentially could read it on the beach, so we'll see what I end up reading that week. The second book I finished was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is a beloved YA fantasy trilogy, I believe, and I just was gravitated towards it. After I finished Mr. Mercedes, I just wanted to read it for some reason, and so I picked it up and I read this in like 4 or 5 days, and I really enjoyed it. The beginning of this book had me thinking I potentially could rate it 4 or 5 stars. I ended up rating this 3 stars. I don't care enough about it to finish the trilogy, and this is typically how I feel with fantasy. I don't love reading fantasy. Every now and then I get an itch for it, and I never just love it. So I felt like a lot of details missing and questions that I had along the way that I felt like weren't answered, and maybe they're answered in the next one, but I just like, it felt like it was lacking something to me. And it might be just because it was YA. I have read the first couple of books in the ACOTAR series, and even though I didn't love those books enough to finish that series, which I know is a shocker, I did love the depth that it went into as far as the characters like talking to each other and communicating about different things, and also the internal dialogue of how they were thinking about something. Like, it was missing a lot of that for me, and so I think that's why I just don't care about it as much. But I'm glad that I finally read it so that I can check it off my list. It's been on my shelf for over a year, and I'm glad that I finally have it read. So this one was 3 stars. And Mr. Mercedes was actually a 5-star read for me. This is my first 5-star read in a really long time, and I just loved it. I just really, really loved it. I always loved Stephen King, and I'm glad to get back into his writing. It had been a while since I'd read one. The last book I read by him was 11/22/63, which I read last November. That was my top favorite I've ever read from him so far, and I loved it. I highly recommend, if you have not read the book, anybody with any reading taste could enjoy that book. So I'm gonna go figure out what I am reading next because I don't have a book currently, and I'm gonna update you when I have an update. Hey guys, this is a pretty poor quality video, but I just wanted to update this vlog. I'm like 300-ish pages into Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I've got almost 300 pages left, and so I'm about halfway, and I am really loving it. There is a lot of stuff happening in this book. A lot of stuff that I have been curious about like the whole time, and we're finally getting answers to it. And I have no idea how this is going to end, but I'm loving it, and I think that she's doing a great job of kind of wrapping up some loose ends from the previous 2 books, but also giving new information on things, and the plot of this book specifically is a little bit different than the other ones. So I'm really loving it, and just wanted to tell you that. I think tomorrow is Sunday, and my plan is to edit and upload my next video. And after I do that, I will have completed my goal of uploading 3 videos this April. And I'm so proud of myself. This video that I'm currently filming that you're seeing now is on my list of what I want to film this month, and so you're probably not going to see it until May, but I'm proud of myself for making a list of things I wanted to do and prioritizing actually doing them. It's been very rewarding for me, and it has caused me to be more excited about my reading life. For some reason, you would think that would kind of be the opposite, but I have put my phone away. I usually would turn it off on Sundays and have a full day off social media, which I highly recommend, and for various reasons I haven't really been able to do that in the last several weeks, and so I'm finally doing it. I'm putting my phone in phone jail, as I call it, and I'm just really excited to have 24 hours off my phone to enjoy life, enjoy reading, and editing my next videos. So I'll update you whenever I have a significant update. Well, I'm here to close out this Get My Life Together video that I did for the month of April. It is now May 2nd. I am also 100 pages away from finishing Fearless, which I am hoping and planning to finish today. I'm most likely going to count this towards my reading goal. I had set a reading goal to read 5 books in the month of April, and I completed 3 of those, 4 if you include Fearless, and so I read the majority of it during the month of April. I think I'm still going to count it towards that goal, because the point was to prioritize reading, to actually work towards a goal and not be as passive about it as I have been in recent months. And I feel like I did a great job of doing that, and so I'm gonna count it. So I read 4 of the 5 books that I plan to read in the month of April, and I also uploaded all of the videos. The last video that I have not checked off the list is the one that I am closing out right now, which is going up in May. So I'm very, very pleased with myself that I edited and uploaded all the videos that I wanted to for YouTube this month, and it is just proof that putting a goal before my eyes and writing it down in actual words and kind of having the visual reminder keeps me motivated to work towards those things. And so I'm going to continue doing that for the next few months and just see how it helps me grow as a person, see how it helps me grow this channel and just my life as a reader in general. So I'm going to talk about the books that I finished for this video very briefly. Let me pull up the list. So the first book I finished this month, in the month of April, was Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. I love this book. I actually have a vlog that is live now of my experience starting this book and reading about half of it, and I really, really loved it. It was a 5-star read for me. It had been a while since I'd had a 5-star read, and I just always love Stephen King. Like, there's always going to be things in there that I don't agree with, of course, and there's always going to be things that I wish weren't in there and all the things, but I just think he's such a brilliant writer, and I always walk away loving the characters, feeling like they're real people, and I just really loved my experience with it. The second book I finished was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and this was a 3-star read for me. It kind of lost me about halfway through. In general, I liked it, don't like it enough to finish the series, and it's because I personally love to know more reasons why things are happening, and it just felt like the main character was kind of thrown into this, and she never asked questions. She kind of just let people do the things to her that were happening, and she didn't really question why she was doing what she was doing. There wasn't like a whole lot of personal growth with that, and so I just didn't connect with it very well personally. So that was a 3-star read. I then finished Praying Like Monks, Living Like Fools. I read this on audiobook. The narrator is the author, which I love when it comes to nonfiction audiobooks, so I highly recommend if you want something on prayer, on very practical ways to have a relationship with the Lord. It's so much more than a religion, it's a relationship, and I feel like he did a great job of showing the authenticity that we can have when we come to the Lord with everything. I was very encouraged by it. So there's that, and then I'm also counting this, which I have 100 pages left, but I'm counting it, and I am still undecided what my rating is. So you'll have to come back for another video. I think I'm gonna do like a mid-year wrap-up where I will talk about all the books that I've read, because there are definitely books I have not talked about on my channel that I just read for my own personal fun, and I didn't necessarily vlog it or document it. So I want to do a wrap-up with all those things and talk about what my reading has been like so far this year, which has been very, very different. So I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me on this sort of choppy, randomly updated video while I was trying to just meet some goals, and I hope that you got something from it. I hope that you'll come back for all my videos in the future. I really love sharing this, and I've already gotten so many kind comments of people just resonating with what I'm putting out there and being my authentic self, so that encourages me to keep going, and so I'm going to, and I think that's all I have for now. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.